give you an introduction to this Readers Theater. I'll do that right now. Okay, Ashley.
Good afternoon and welcome to our Readers Theater all about Harriet Tubman. Travel back in time with us as we explore the period between 1820 and 1865. Our country had slavery in many states. It endured the Civil War, but it also had people who risked everything to escape to freedom. Enjoy our presentation and songs.
Good afternoon and welcome to our presentation about an amazing woman.
This is a story about a true girl. This is a true story about a girl named Harriet. She was born on a Maryland plantation in the South about 1820, but no one knows for sure. You are probably wondering why someone wouldn't know when they were born. Well, that is because Harriet was born a slave. A slave's date of birth was not written down.
I am Harriet Tubman. No one knew that one day when I grew up, my strong desire to live as a free woman would take me on many long, dangerous, but very important journeys. I knew what I had to do, and gaining the freedom was the only thing I knew I had to do. I'm a cook. There were many jobs to do on that plantation in Maryland. Harriet was only 6 years old. She was sitting on the cold bare floor in the master's house, winding on to bowls.
I'm a kitchen worker. Sat down on her she would get wet. Sometimes she would help out in the kitchen bath, fetching water and sweeping the floor. We kept her plenty busy, that is for sure. I am a field worker. When Harriet, who was called Minty as a young girl, grew a little older, she was given a new job. She always seemed to like being outdoors. She checked muskrat traps and would walk through the cold river water barefoot. She seemed to enjoy this work.
Imagine my little girl, about age 8, checking on traps in a cold river. One morning she woke up sick, and she was better. She was not in the river anymore. It was back to winding yarn for Minty. I was glad about that.
Later, when Minty was about 11, she worked in the field with the other slaves picking cotton. One day, she saw a slave try to escape. It was a frightening day. I am a cotton picker. The slave ran into a store. Minty stood in the doorway to protect him. She refused to move as the field boss yelled. Minty just stood there bravely.
I told her to move, but I had to show them who was boss. I picked up a heavy weight and threw it at the slave. I missed, and the weight hit Minty instead.
I am a house servant. Minty was badly hurt. Her mama took care of her the best she could. After many weeks, she got better. Now she would have a long scar on her forehead, and sometimes she would fall asleep suddenly. We were so proud of Minty. Imagine, she stood up to the boss. We no longer called her Minty. She was Harriet now. My name is John Tubman. About 1844, Harriet married me. I was a free black man, yet Harriet was a slave. I was so lucky no one owned me. I'm Master Brody. I was the master of the plantation. I needed more money. I knew if I sold one of my best slaves, I could get a good price for her. I had made a deal with the plantation deep in the South. I thought everything was going well until...
When I heard what the master was planning, I knew my time had come. I would have to leave my family, all my chance for freedom, my philosopher, forever.
Harriet waited for John to fall asleep. Then she packed some food and left the cabin. Packed some food and left the cabin. She had some people want to help slaves. These people ran a special railroad called the Underground Railroad. I am a Quaker. This railroad didn't have trains. It was made for people who hid slaves and helped them escape. The slaves were called passengers. We were eager to help in whatever way we could.
I am also a Quaker, and that means we do not believe in slavery. I found Harriet one day working in the fields. I gave her a note with a map. I told her all about the Underground Railroad. If she ever wanted to escape, this would guide her to safety. Luckily, Harriet knew where to find my home. I helped Harriet. I told her how she could get to the next safe house. Harriet could only travel at night. During the day, people would be looking for her. I was on my way to a better life. Nothing can stop me now. I traveled quickly through the dark woods. I knew where the north was because Daddy Ben taught me to feel for moss growing on a tree. That would be the north side. I also used the North Star. I knew it would lead me to north, to freedom.
After many days, Harriet crossed over to Pennsylvania, a free state in the north. Free states didn't slavery.
There, in the distance, I could see one sign. I took out my note, and yes, it was true. The word Pennsylvania told me I was finally a free woman. I knelt down and looked at my hands. I wondered, I felt different, so I wondered, did I look different? The tears filled my eyes with joy. Free at last? Oh, I'm so grateful to be free at last.
I am James Garrett, a key member of the anti-slavery movement in Pennsylvania. Once Harriet arrived in Philadelphia, she knew she needed to find me. I helped her find a job and get settled. It would not be easy starting a new life as a free woman, but I helped to make it possible.
Mom!
I am a house servant. Harriet found work in hotels, but she could not forget her family. She wanted them to be free too.
I'm Sarah, a Quaker woman. One day she learned that her sister's family was about to be sold. It was then Harry decided to go back to the South and help them escape.
I am Molly Quaker, Harriet's friend. Harriet continued to help slaves escape. She went back about 19 times and saved over 300 slaves from slavery. Harriet was not afraid. Even when there was a reward of $40,000 for her dead or alive, she kept going.
In 1857, my sister went back to get my parents who were quite old. She made them a simple wagon and hitched a horse to it. Then she drove them away from slavery. What a day for all of us.
I am a Civil War soldier. In 1861, the war broke out. Harriet decided she would work as a nurse and care for the sick soldiers and help the Union Army. By 1865, the war ended, and the North had won, and all the slaves were free.
After the war, I still wanted to help others. I was able to go back to my home in Auburn, New York, where I cared for my parents as former slaves.
I am Reverend Smith. In 1913, Harriet Tubman died. The people of Auburn honored her. Flags were flown at half-mast. Everyone agreed that Harriet Tubman had been a very brave woman. She gave all of us something to believe
Your
in.
attention, please. Would the students in grades 3, 4, and 5 who are receiving the Golden Apple Award today, please report to the library now. Thank you.
Start that sentence over again. We're sorry.
Harriet was the best example of what we can all be. Thank you, Harriet. Because of you, we learned about human dignity, pride of character, the pain of slavery, and love of family. Hope is what you gave us. Courage and love is what you taught us.
Yeah.
no.